Welcome, I'm playing my way through all of the story modes. Today we're in the fourth and final story mode, Jin. Ooh, and we get to play Sima Yi again. Coup d'etat. Is that French?
Everybody demanded the return of the cunning strategist they had known. The army led by Cao Shuang to defeat Shu was unable to achieve any results. And Cao Shuang's reputation as a military commander was dealt a crushing blow. On the other hand, Sima Zhao's skillful retreat helped further the Sima clan's reputation as brilliant strategists. Cao Shuang was convinced that military action could not restore Wei to its former brilliance. And so he held a feast at the palace that lasted for several days. With this lavish banquet, he hoped to gain influence and power by winning over the hearts of the leaders and governing officials. However, his opulence began to put a strain on the coffers and accomplished little but to drain the country of its resources. Just then, word arrived that Zhang Wei of Shu was preparing to invade Wei. The only way to meet this threat would be to depose Cao Shuang and replace him with Sima Yi. Oblivious to these calls from the people throughout his country, Cao Shuang continued to hold his feasts. As the misguided rule of Cao Shuang continued, Sima Yi sequestered himself in a mansion within Luoyang and refused to come out. However, there was a distinct gleam in his eyes, like that of a wolf stalking its prey. This was the beginning of a coup d'etat, a natural move for one of such cunning intellect as he.
You mean he's too ill even to meet with me?
Yes. Recently, he's begun to forget things. Frankly, I don't think he'll ever recover. Please give my regards to the General. By the way, where is the General right now?
Yes. I believe he is out on a hunt today. Now, if you will please excuse me.
Come, my son. Cao Shuang must be dealt with. I am not generous enough to allow such a fool to do as he pleases.
Cao Shuang is
What?
still out hunting, Father. He has no idea what's going
What?
on.
We must...
Wait, what the heck is going on here? First there's French. Now we're just jumping right in. Who was having that conversation? Who's ill and forgetting things? Is that a ruse? What the heck is going on? Okay, I think we're already upgraded. Yes, we are. Sunflare. Officer info skills. Do the upgrades. We definitely want more skill points. Is there anything with more defense? That is attack range. Do we want another Musu? Probably, I think at this point we want another Musu to increase longevity. I feel like super rushed. What is going on?
secure...
No, I wanted to remind myself of how things work. Spiderweb. I remember now. Now we can go.
The palace now. It is time to return power to the hands of those smart enough to wield it.
Like, the main
We
leader,
should secure the guard post at the castle
I think he
gate.
has
It
potential.
will be useful when Cao
He just,
Shuang
his
returns.
arrogance caught up with him again. He's like, oh, I know what we'll do. We'll increase morale and throw parties. But when met with the realization that he can't afford to continue throwing parties, and it's not, you know, it might help increase morale to some extent, like, it's not going to solve everything. It'll solve the, you know, okay, a little bit more of the morale temporarily, but that's not a long-term solution. He should have started there and then started asking for advice and then progressing from there. Are you who I'm supposed to get rid of? You know, I'm looking at that fan, and like, those are individual pieces. I bet I could 3D print that. I kind of want to give it a shot. Next time I have some free time, which is almost never, I wonder if I could just model out those pieces to the fan and print out one of those huge fans. That would be fun.
Father, a messenger has been spotted running out to warn
Horse,
Cao
horse, horse.
Shuang.
Horse, horse, horse. Horse, horse.
We should annex the armory too.
Annex.
Its benefits would be obvious.
The horses. Its benefits would be obvious. Wow. Arrogance. Eliminate the messenger.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Messenger, where art thou?
It is a relief to see that we still work well together,
Horses
Father.
are not allowed indoors. What was that comment about?
You can outsmart me? Don't make me laugh.
Why would he be afraid that he couldn't work with his dad anymore? Why is that a relief? Wait, I thought that this was the messenger. What? I thought that... Okay. Oops, I missed the messenger. I thought that this was the messenger. It was glowing on my map. If we didn't know about Horsey Musu, this would have been over. Oh. I just Musu'd him at the last minute. Alright. Apparently Horsey Musu can do some damage, too. Alright, on our way back, are there any barrels we can pick up? There's some speedy shoes. I'll pick up this barrel since we're here, since there's not as much of a time crunch since the messenger is now gone. Li Sheng. I kept reading that as like Little Shang. Sheng. Sorry, not Shang. Very minuscule differences, but there is a difference. That's one of the things, as I was learning Mandarin, that really stood out to me, is how just the most simple of tone differences or pronunciation differences can mean something entirely different. Another messenger? Alright, horse.
Another messenger has
Following
been sent.
this one
They don't know
correctly.
when to quit, do they? There's a guard post here. What should we do, Father?
Take it. The more pressure we put on the soldiers, the easier they will be to manipulate.
Without this Horsey Musu, oh my goodness, this would be difficult.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
There he goes. Alright. Charge Musus before we go for the big guy. Big guy meaning green guy. Big green giant? No. That laugh gets me every time. I really wish we had some insight into the voice actors behind this. And we could, like, get some footage of them recording.
You have truly
That
earned
I
your
always find
reputation.
fascinating.
Such a display will boost the morale of
Especially
our
really
troops.
good voice actors that you really believe in the moment, and then you take them out of the context of whatever game, movie, whatever it is that you're witnessing, and put them into the sound booth. It's like, how do they capture that emotion and
Stay loyal
convey
to
it
an incompetent
in that
buffoon
sterile
and die,
environment?
or serve me and live. It is your choice.
At least he's given them a choice.
I will serve you, my
Not
lord.
much of one. Okay, horse.
Huan Fan has fled. He was the brain behind Cao Shuang. I'm sure he was the one sending the messengers.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Huan Fang.
My knowledge of the
Fang,
battlefield will
not
help me
Fang.
prevail over this chaos.
There's no G on the end of that.
You think you can outsmart me? Don't make me laugh.
Ooh, that Musu did some damage. No, sir. Making sure my horse is close. Horse is close in case I need to do a horsey Musu. Okay, he's pretty darn close.
I know.
Get him, son.
I know. You need not worry about me, Father.
All right, what next? Another Vanguard. Okay. Those are open. Do we
Here
get the
they
Vanguard?
come. This is gonna be a real chore.
Zhao, keep your comments to yourself.
Where-
You
oh,
cannot go
they're
through
on the other
life
side of the
avoiding
wall.
things
You have to go
because
this
they are
way.
onerous.
That was one of the more, like, fatherly, almost fatherly interactions that I've seen between Sima Yi, oh, horse can't go in there, and Sima Zhao. It's like, hey, you know, don't do that. Here's why. You know, it's going to impact morale, yada yada.
You believe your wits are a
Ooh,
match
that was a
for
full.
mine.
I should have waited to grab that. There's a lot of guys here. This is gonna hurt. Need to get them on one side of me so I can keep an eye on all of them. Oh, I hear a Musu. I hear a Musu. This could be bad. I don't. Okay, that was Sima Zhao. Okay. If that wasn't one of ours, that would have been hecka scary. Okay, Sima Qian. Soon, Qian.
The mind shall
I can
vanquish
read
the
and
sword.
talk.
We
I
must
was
tighten
trying to
our
turn the other
defenses
way.
and keep from losing any ground
whatever.
against the enemy.
Wasted a Musu. We have yet another person. Ooh, that X-Tap came in clutch.
I too share your pride, Father.
So this is a Coup. He's going to become the new leader of Wei, and it sounds like those like who aren't suck-ups and who are actually like militarily minded realize that the current leaders are not going to be able to lead. They're not going to be able to really bring success to the people and to the force as a whole. So they want Sima Yi to lead because of his strategist, because he will make good decisions. I think that it's like almost a lesser of two evils situation. Because Sima Yi does not sound like someone you'd want ruling over you, but at least there will be progress made towards ending the war, you know? One of those difficult situations. I should have held back Musu. My bad. Darn it, and then I turned my camera. I say my mouse, but I'm not using a mouse.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Yeek. Just want a Musu. Just want a Musu. There's some defense over there I should grab.
This is
Grab that and then reorient ourselves. Oh, look. Oh, no, it's not a pot. Darn it, I thought it was a pot.
You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
My brain just went off on a huge rabbit trail, and I was having a conversation, an argument with myself, and yeah, none of that was coming out of my mouth. I know I'm tired. When? Okay, how do we get up there? Down this. Oh, I can't. I just tried to call my horse. No horse allowed in here. Alright, and no barrels, apparently, sadly. Down to the end, then up and over. Get to listen to this sick electric guitar. Ooh, barrel. And cinematic.
All my drinking, hunting, carousing, it is all for the future of Wei! You understand, I have to be seen as a strong leader!
What I understand is that you have proven yourself to be a most unworthy leader. For the future of Wei, I must eliminate such an incompetent leader.
I mean, it's like the guy is trying.
Someone stop Sima Yi!
Nope.
Buy me some time!
Don't run! He can run fast. Heavily armored soldiers. Interesting. Hey, look, they have shields. Alright, they closed. Okay, I was like, am I supposed to be, like, hot on his tail? No, it seems like we're probably going to be stopped and have to defeat people and stopped and have to defeat people and then finally get to the guy. Let's go back for that barrel. I feel like we're gonna need it. Ooh! Yeah, we needed it. Hello, shield ghosts, guys. Good. Wow. I need to sleep. Alright, who's green and flashy up here? Cow Shi. Cow Shi. Not Xie, because there's no E on the end of it. Cow Shi. He didn't react to my heavy attack in time and broke his defense. Strategy. Oh, and a bun.
I know. You need not worry about me, Father.
I find it interesting, that reaction to like being in high spirits of, oh, he hit, he's doing so well, and it's like, I know. What a weird reaction to like have a morale boost. Hit yan. Whistle. Spiderweb, y'all. If you can land the spiderweb on the guy you want to land it on, it does do a lot of damage. But if you don't land it on the person you want, the AoE is kind of underwhelming.
I too share your pride, Father.
That comment from...
Everything I have done has been for the Empire. For Wei. I regret nothing.
Really? Then why are you fleeing, General?
Because you're trying to kill him. That's why. What are you talking about, man? That before, what I was trying to say is the comment from the more favored son of like, well, I share your dream, is kind of like a poke at the other son to some extent. At least that's kind of how it comes across. Is like, well, I share your dream, Father. I know that your other son is a disappointment, but I, like, ugh. I wish I had an Aramusu. I wish I could recover. There we go. Speed. This might be the end of him. Oh, nope, he had a little bit more defense than I thought. That's good. I just want to see what's in this barrel. It's killing me. Ooh, lots of health. Well, now I know. Anything out here that I should pick up? Nope, alright. Cannot see anything behind that pillar. Whoa.
I was right to do what I did. Know your place. Our men were coming together as one under me. His Highness knew that.
Imbecile! If you thought your conduct was unimpeachable, then why were you spying on me? You feared me because you knew you were wrong, right? You blind, misguided fool. Kill him.
Sima Yi could not forgive Cao Shuang. He was a fool that cared only about what others thought of him, who let his insecurities drive him down the path of indecision. With Cao Shuang out of the way, authority over Wei fell to Sima Yi. Fearing for his life, Xiahou Ba, a relative of Cao Shuang's, decided to plot an escape. Learning of his intentions, Sima Yi made his way to the castle where Xiahou Ba was stationed.
Xiahou Ba will be heading for Shu. You don't wish us to give chase?
No. The Xiahou clan's achievements are well known. Killing him will bring unnecessary trouble.
He sides with his father's killers to save his own hide. I couldn't do it.
Again, so much is going on here because I'm learning so much. It's like, I want to make comments, but I want the scene to play out. The kill scene that happened on screen, they don't like it. That's one of the things that I've noticed in this Dynasty Warriors is they say, oh, kill him, and then they drag him off. There's no like actual slicing or anything like that on screen. And that one, it did. It was like, oh my goodness, cold-hearted. The son just like, whew, went after it. I wonder if it had been the second son, if he would have had some hesitation. But that first son is right after his father. Whew. So what I was getting from the leader was that he truly cared and was trying to bring the people together. But it sounds like he was more like not really a leader. He just wanted people to like him. And for that reason, he was really insecure because if you only place your self-worth on what people think of you, you can't control what people think of you. And so he was trying to give them things to make them look on him better, to make him feel better as a leader. Okay, I get that. Not a greatest leader. Why don't you talk to him first before like throwing the coup and killing him? He kind of is like a spineless Liu Bei, or was a spineless Liu Bei, because Liu Bei had a lot of that as well, of outside pressure and not sticking to himself. However, his drive was more noble than this guy. And then Xiahou Ba, he goes to Shu. He kind of is more soft-hearted. Like whenever we saw him and interacted with him, he seemed like he didn't necessarily want to fight. I think he's Zhahai Yuan's son, and Zhahai Yuan is just the more comical side of it, and I think just Xiahou Ba caught the more lighthearted side of it. And I guess it kind of makes sense for him to go to Shu. Yeah, Shu. But yeah, this is interesting. This is not the Three Kingdoms. This is something else entirely. And it is kind of cool to see what happens after, all the other storylines ends. We knew Sima Yi was deceptive, but man, very cold-hearted. So much to take in. I am loving this new storyline. Well, I'm not loving necessarily the storyline. I'm loving that there is a storyline that I don't know, which is awesome. I really can't wait for the new Dynasty Warriors 10 to be coming out. I so hope we get information this year about it. But anyways, enough of my ramblings. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.